All the talking. And there's the bell for round one. The straight right just misses. Misses with the straight left. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter shot. This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in, and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He got clipped by that counter. That uppercut doesn't land. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about break. Here's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She wasn't ready for that counter. They exchanged punches. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
There's a counter shot. A straight right just misses. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. That time counter shot. That hook was off target. Catching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Cecilia Brækhus goes down. I don't care how good your chin is. Up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Talk about Brækhus in that last round. For this next round. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter.
10
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Incredible work rate. Well done with that counter shot. Both want a highlight reel knockout. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Good counter punching. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter shot lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about breakers in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
She scores with that counter. A lot of effort being exerted here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, and Jonas dazed with that shot. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back in.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about break this. Into the fray here in round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Misses with the straight left. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about break. On to the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Can't land that jab. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
A perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we... What a shot! And down goes Brækhus. She really knocked the wind out of her with that punch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Oh, she knows now. She can smell blood. She's just not got to get trigger happy. Be smart with the shot. Be sneaky. Pretend you're going to go for someone else in the body, and then boom, let the shot in again. Be smart.
Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Brækhus in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. Here we go. It's round 7. You can see the frustration on her face in the corner. She knows it is go time now. Fight or flight. She's got to get back in it in this round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Couldn't land that jab. Misses with the straight left. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The straight right just misses. think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot by her. Nice. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about break. Round 8, and we're off again. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter shot. These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter shot by her. She catches and counters. Nice counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And we enter the ninth. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Jonas can't take anymore. She never saw that body punch coming, and those are the ones that will do you in. Let's see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. talk about Natasha Jonas in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Don't rest on your laurels here. Don't give her no free shots.
Okay, now you let her back into the fight that round. That's her round.
Don't be looking at it one shot at a time.
Round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that.
Look at her. She's shit.
And here comes the 10th round. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Johnny. She just got dropped in that last round. Got to change something in the game plan here to turn this around.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good counter shot by her. They miss with the jab. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Beautiful counter punch. They blocked the left there. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The 3 judges agree.
Yeah, that hate the grind and sweat the blood, the time my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and say with lock and key and combination. Keep it gold and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They will love you when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation.